Hey guys, welcome back. So today's the day we finally turn on the other loops for the garages and the snow melt, because tonight, the next couple of days, it's only high of like 32, lows in the low 20s. So not only that, I got to start heating the garage so for my shops. We don't want the water to start to freeze. I'm not worried about the lines in the ground whatsoever yet, but it's just the lines that are just steady that are, not only that, the garage is kind of getting cold. So all right, what do we got here? So the house and the kiln, which I have labeled, are on. It's snow melt system, because I have to have that goes into the ground, and the glycol that circulates is obviously going to start getting really cold. So in the shops, I'm going to start heating. So we have to turn all the valves here quick. And there's a couple, return and the supply. So I have the valves after the pump, before the pump, on both of them, and then you got the return. So we'll open them up. There's one. There's two. There's three. There's four. Return. Return. And it just got done with a burn cycle, so I don't see, I mean, yeah, we're going to put back, I don't know how many gallons worth of cooler water. I mean, the water that's in here is going to be hot still. So let's take a look here. And so it's at 178, and like I said, it just got done, so that I'm assuming that'll go up another couple degrees. But let's get this turned on. Should have just left it on the tripod here. Hold on a second. Gotta find where I plug them all in here. So this one here goes to, I would assume, this one. Okay, I heard it turn on, and it's on low. That's the snow melt, so I'm going to leave that on low, because I'm not going to use that for hopefully another month. The garage is probably on low too, which is this white one, which I believe is long enough, yeah, to get plugged in. Which gets plugged in back here to the main junction box, if I can reach it. Okay. Yep, that turned on. So I don't want to do it now before I actually have to do it, like tonight, just in case I have an issue somewhere. I can address it hopefully in time. But as soon as I turn that heat on, I'm going to have that on high. And I'm only going to heat this first shop here, not the one where my kiln is yet. I'll start shutting that door here shortly. But I have to get that water circulating, because if I don't heat that second garage, it's going to get as cold as the air is, and that water will freeze. So, all right, let's go check and make sure there's no leaks, because that wouldn't be good. Turn that off. Okay, so my snow melt system, we should have hot water here already. Oh yeah. I can't even touch it, it's so hot. So that goes into this heat exchanger, which goes obviously to my snow melt system here. So eventually, this temp right here, where right now it says it's like 50 degrees, that'll reach 100 and almost 170 just from the water or the glycol heating up. because right now it is 50 degrees in here. So, because that loop comes right in and goes right back out, and then my garage loop comes in there, but I just want to check over here, make sure there's no leaks. Because these valves, oh yeah. I can't read that really. What does that say? 175-ish. That'll reach about 180, whatever the temp is right now. So that's circulating. No drips, which is good. And then we'll go check in the second garage here, where it goes into the heater and then right back. So let's see. I don't hear any drips, so that's good. So that should be getting hot, that heater there. So yeah, there'll be some heat loss because it's cold in here. I mean, it's like 35 degrees out. But that's circulating now, so that should be good. So obviously that won't freeze now, and obviously the kiln's running, so should be good. And then all I gotta do is turn the heater on in the garage, which I'll probably do now, because that's gonna run for a while. Like I said, it's only 50 in there, and I have it set at, I wanna say 70. I'd have to check on it. So let's just make sure we're good. She turned back on already? No way. She sure did. Oh, I didn't expect that. Wow. I suppose, I mean, you're putting back 50 degree water, which is not ideal. Or 30, 35, 40 degree water. You wouldn't think there's that much water in the lines, but there's probably a couple 100 feet total, all the water. So I don't know how many gallons that is, probably 20, 30 gallons. I wouldn't have thought it would have dropped, but that's cold water, which technically you really don't want when it's around 170, 180 degrees, the water to go back below 140-ish. It does get a little bit below that. It'll drop to about 110 when my snow melt's running, but it's real gradual down, right? And there's a big hit, it drops to about 140. That's a whole different story, but so she's running, which is kind of good because I do want to clean out the ashes here, which I ain't gonna show you guys that. I've showed that a million times. So yeah, it's 171 now. So it's cold. So I'll probably let this run for a little bit till I see the temp starting to climb. I don't anticipate that dropping any more than that. 171. So, but everything looks good here. No leaks. Pumps are running. I am going to turn the shops on the high, which is just like so. Snow melt, like I said, can stay low. So quiet, you can barely even feel it running. This one you can. I'm going to turn it to high now. Should check on this. Yep, that's on high too. So should be good. I'll follow back once this starts to climb temp. And I'll turn the heater on, because that's going to run for quite some time. I feel like it's got to come up 20 degrees, because not only is everything in the garage cold, so it's going to take a while. She'll run for quite some time. I'm anticipating like a half hour. Could be wrong, but I mean, it's not too cold in there. 50 degrees versus 30 somehow here. So I can't believe it's back into a burn cycle, to be honest. I thought maybe a couple of degrees, but no smoke. And I just loaded it probably 2 hours ago with not dry locusts and then some seasoned baskets that I do have, because the wife and I and the kids were in the wood yard there, we were pushing back the tree line and spread some chips. I gotta wait till I get all that stuff moved to get it better graded, I should say. So, but yeah, I'll let that heat up a little real quick. I'll empty the ashes just so I get the most efficient burn tonight, because like I said, the garage is going to take quite some time to get up to temp. And then once she's up to temp, it's pretty insulated. It actually, it doesn't run as much as you would think. I thought it would run a little bit more than it does, but it's pretty efficient, because I turn the fan up on top to keep blowing the air down, and that barely draws any electricity. So, but now that I turn those pumps on, we're going to be drawing more, because now I got 4 good sized pumps running. But I don't like my equipment cold. You know, if I got to work on something, the skid loader needs to be warm, because otherwise that's a bear to get going now that we got it running. So, but yeah, I'll follow back with you probably in the next 10 minutes, because that'll start climbing. If it's not already climbing now, it is. I gotta. No, it's 170. So, okay, let me get the ashes, and I'll be right back. Okay, she's starting to climb 172. This is like 2 minutes later, by the way. Did the ashes, so let's go in the garage here. Get this turned on. Might as well do it now while it's in a good burn cycle here. So, first things first, my fan switch is in here. Turn that on. Hopefully that works. And it's not. That's not good. What the hell? Oh no. Okay, that's cool. Hopefully I just gotta tap it. I don't know. That usually works. Anyways, we'll get the heat turned on quick. So this should turn on here in a second. You just heard a click. There she goes. And then I have my thermostat here. So yeah, right now I only got it set at 60, with a 5-degree differential. So not too bad. That won't run that long, but at least it'll keep the temp in here warm. And I usually, this time of year, I'll have it warmer than that, but there's really no need, because that extra 5-10 degrees, she'll run way longer, especially when it's super cold out. But right now I'm going to address this fan. Let me see if I can get this going. Okay, well, we got it going. All I literally had to do was tap it. So I don't know if there was too much dust or what on it, but she's spinning. So that's good. That'll run for probably quite a while. So definitely going to have to put a lot more wood in the boiler tonight, because everything's got to get up to temp. And now that, you know, it's going to get actually cold tonight, so throw in a little bit more than normal, which is fine. We got it. So yeah, we're at 176. So while I'm at here, I'm going to switch this. I'm going to change, make it 180. What, an 8 degree now that I got more heat load on it. 177. So 2 more degrees and she'll shut off. She should be roaring right now. Yeah, there's barely anything coming out. You might be able to see that on camera. There's just a little. But if I crack that door, it's raging fire in there, so should be good. No leaks, heat's on. It's that time of year, so I mean the house has been on for a month. Obviously we're heating the hot water. Kiln's been running, so everything's working as it should. So typically I'll probably throw, I don't know, to get this tote to look like this one almost. I'll end up probably throwing the rest of this in tonight, which is a good amount of wood. It'd be a lot more than I need to, but like I said, since the garage is on now, so. But yeah, that's that. It's a good thing to have a lot of wood. I mean, my supply It's starting to dwindle, to be honest with you. I mean, we're only in the first week of November, and she's starting to go down. But I got a lot of basswood and some spruce pine to process, so that'll go straight into the boiler there. So from here, I don't know, you might be able to see all the heat coming out now. I mean, it's right there. So everything's good. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. But as always, keep burning.